Here we go. A certain restlessness always pervades the air the day of school before the weekend, but today was even livelier than usual. Crack. Smash. Lemmy. Oh, what was the voice I did for Lemmy? There's so many just like side characters who don't matter. Yay! Bridge bacon! My bridge finally broke! You're not supposed to want your bridge to break, dummy! Narao. What was the voice I did for Narao? Oh, Narao's the teacher. I think I was doing this weird, like, Jeremy Irons, like, looks like we have our last two contestants. Adelise and the Larit twins. Wait a minute, that's three. There's two of them and one of me. That's a pretty gutsy design, Aid. Ade. Whatever it was. Oh, I did, like, a fake Boston accent for her. Suspension bridges are tricky to build. Guess you've done your fair share of research, too. Indeed, though the tension cables that suspension bridges utilized were known for their highly efficient weight-to-load-bearing ratio, working with them had been a great source of headache throughout the day. Again, they're supposed to be, like, 10. Looks like you went with a truss bridge. Pretty safe choice for the risk-taking Larit twins. It's all about the fundamentals when it comes to this kind of thing. It's already clear at this point who the winners will be. Wonder what kind of prize we'll be receiving. Oh, something I should probably mention, because I don't know when they'll bring it up again. Most of the people, as you can see by looking at this one's Kalia here, they all have some sort of ailment. Like, she's got this stuff on her face. She also has no arms. And this is her twin brother. His name is Tristan. And he can't speak, so doing voices for him is very easy. You sure you want to declare victory so prematurely? It'll make your upcoming loss sting much more, you know. As somebody burped. Just as the two of us square off and start laying down the trash talk, Triss suddenly belches loudly, completely ruining the mood. Oh, Triss. Ugh, could you be any more uncool? Not like her. In the final stage, we will simultaneously add weights to each bridge at regular intervals until we get to the last bridge standing. Are the finalists ready? The class cheers as the promised time arrives at last. Let's do this. Me and Triss will be the ones taking home the win today. The only thing you'll be taking home is the remnants of your trusts. Who will be the ones to claim today's special prize? Will it be the plucky Larit twins or the cunning Adelise? I think it's unfair that it's 2-on-1, but whatever. The time has come to determine the winner of today's bridge construction contest. I remember all those bridge construction contests I had in school. This is it, the final showdown. The three of us watch over our bridges intently, as intimidating new masses are added to their already bulging payloads. Each time they successfully withstand the mounting pressure, our breaths of relief resound through the tense classroom, which had fallen unnervingly silent compared to its previous commotion. Methodically, slowly, our bridges are placed under such duress, their frames begin to deform from the strain. Time seems to slow to a crawl as a foreboding feeling that the upcoming wait would be the moment of truth grips me. I feel like I read that sentence wrong, but then again, there have been plenty of sentences in this that weren't exactly right. Then, just as the wait in question is added... Question mark? Exclamation point! Oh, doing 2 exclamation points. She ain't confused at all. The sound of splintering wood echoes through the air as someone's bridge finally gives in. Shocked silence swelled up within the room at the deciding instant. A single voice spoke. A conclusion has been reached. The winner is... the Larit twins. Whoa! Didn't see that coming. The room explodes in cheers and cries at the declaration of the victor. No, it can't be true. Such heartache. I gaze down in disbelief upon the remnants of my sweet toil. Creation and destruction, such transient beauty. I knew it could have come to this, and yet it still wounds me. With the swagger of an undisputed champion, Kalia utters the ultimate words of victory. Good game, easy. Is that what winners say? Good game, easy? Okay. As the decisive winners, would you care to elaborate on your success to the class, Kalia? Oh, I hope she cheated. What do you think was the most important thing to keep in mind in regards to design decisions? If there's one thing that should have been in the center of focus, it was the rule that all bridges must be under a certain weight limit. Though your bridge really did have a sturdy weight-to-load-bearing ratio aid, it didn't approach the weight limit that was given for the contest. What is going on? I noticed that as well, but it was difficult for me to do anything about it. Oh, okay. That's because suspension bridges are tough to reinforce after their first... I don't even want to do voices. Like, we're just learning about bridges tonight. Why play games when you can learn how to... the load-bearing ratios of bridges? It's hard for you to do much with the wiggle room you end up with if it doesn't reach the cap right away. I see. Then can you tell us why you two chose the design you did? Triss and I decided that a truss bridge was the best design for taking advantage of the limit. Truss bridges are made almost all out of triangles, which are the simplest and strongest shape. Triangles are strong because they're hard to deform. Like if you push on the corner of a square, you can easily turn it into another shape, like a rhombus, right? Well, if you push on a corner of a triangle, couldn't you make it into a trapezoid? But if you put a single diagonal bar inside the square and basically turn it into two triangles, it becomes really hard to change its shape. Okay. Also, since triangles are the simplest shape with only 3 sides, it's easy to reinforce a truss bridge. Was this game made by a bridge builder? And they just really wanted to get all of this, like, bridge factual knowledge in here? The triangle is indeed a central building block in construction. It appears you are learning much from your father, Artoon Lyrit. Artoon. Triss did a good job trimming weight off parts that we didn't need. We used a lot of smart tricks, like using the smallest amount of glue possible to connect the bridge parts. This was done by using a dab of glue and binder clips to make sure it attached strongly. Oh my god. At the end of the day, this project was about milking as much as you could out of the bridge weight limit. What voice did I do for Lorona? Wow, you two make such a cool team when you work together. It's definitely why you won. As much as it pains me to concede defeat, I can't deny their groundwork is impressively well thought out. Guess my bridge couldn't handle the suspense. Well played, you two. Heh, I'm pretty sure our bridge could even hold more if we wanted to. Perhaps wanting to test her point, Triss reaches out and gingerly wraps their bridge with his knuckle, causing it to instantly collapse. Oh yes, I remember this one. Hers is like a dead, like, the Batman voice, but, like, with no emotion. Ah, it broke. Not even close, baby. Oh, she hit him. Edging over to block the scene with her body, Kalia gives Triss a stomp to the foot for good measure as he stands dumbfounded, with his hands still suspended in mid-air. Somehow, I feel really tired all of a sudden. While losing on the cusp of glory makes me somewhat salty, I have to admit their methods were on point. Just goes to show the value of being taught by someone with experience over simply reading about it in a book. As promised, I will now award you to your prize. Is it the violence that the tags in the Steam category said? With the light movements characteristic to handling something delicate, Mr. Narau unveils something from his valise and lowers it to Tristan's hands. Murmurs of awe can be heard as the class hurriedly crowded around the object in question. This is an ornamental hair clip created from the blazing orange feathers of the phoenix oriole, a species thought to have gone extinct since the Fire of Collapse. Oh, yeah, quick explanation. The Fire of Collapse that is what caused everybody's maladies. That's why he can't talk, and that's why his twin has no arms. Oh, Susie, that's another character. Screw it. It's like it's on fire. Burning up. Mr. Narao always gifts the coolest things. Well, it's not a gift. It was a prize. ... But while the class was clearly enraptured, one person alone seemed detached from the clamor. A person whose reaction you'd expect to be yelling at Triss to let her see it already. But instead she gazes on wordlessly from a distance. However, Triss doesn't fail to notice this. Aww, look at that, he gave it to his sister. Taking the feathered adornment in hand, he sidles up to his sister and, with an indiscreet motion, clips it onto her head. What are you doing all of a sudden? But Triss just smiles dumbly in response. Yeah, look at him. Smiling. Dumbly. Hey, do you remember, Triss, the bedtime story she once told us? The story of the Rainbow Crow? The Rainbow Crow. Without a hint of hesitation, Triss nods. You know, right? Even though it wasn't the truth, she wanted to let us know of a happy ending. That's why we have to. With all we've got, we have to. A girl who couldn't take hold of anything, even as it lay right before her, and a boy who couldn't make his unspoken heart heard. It was a scene that captured the essence of the relationship between the Lorette twins. Just as Kalia acted as Triss's voice when he could not voice himself, Triss acted as Kalia's hands when she could not reach out. It was a nuanced bond, one would never guess at, with how they were always messing around with each other. We did it, Triss. Don't get too smug, though. This is just the beginning. Smiling faintly, they lightly bump heads for the forehead 5. Not so high, dummy. Heh. Wah! Somehow it's really heartwarming. Is that what you say? Me too! You too what? Oh, blurg. Ding ding ding. Who let in the slide whistle? It appears that in her enthusiasm to join their Forehead 5 session, the Lorona missile has knocked the Lorette twins out of commission. Why don't you ever give Big Sis Lorona Forehead 5s? It's not fair! Blub, blub, blub. I think the answer to that question is self-evident. Sibling love is not something to be underestimated. Kalia, Triss, they make me proud. They've come such a long way from the dark place they were in 2 years ago. Oh, no. I thought we were going to go to a flashback. Nope. Nope. All right, class. Though it's been an eventful day, it's not over yet. We have quite a bit to clean up. Everything has to be squeaky clean if you want to get to the real fun. I'd like to get to the real fun. An air of unrest pervaded the room as students ran about, tidying things up to the best of their ability. But the reason was far from being because everyone was anticipating being let out for the day. Jesus Christ, these sentences. Rather, everyone was looking forward to staying as long as they possibly could. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. With Erwina at his side, Mr. Narao gestures over their iconic valise. Games Day! Whoa! Hooray, Games Day. Everyone shouts out in chorus as Erwina flips open the valise. A flurry of balloons floods out all at once, blanketing the floor of the school. Not even the ceiling was spared as dozens of helium-filled ones flew up into the air. That thing was really living up to its reputation as a hole to another dimension. For today's game, we will be playing a special version of Capture the Flag, inspired by an event yesterday that none shall speak of. You play Capture the Flag with balloons? Can any of them fly? The class will be divided into 2 teams of players. Each player will have a balloon tied around their waist that signifies their life. If that balloon is popped, such as by an opposing team member, you will be counted as being slain. That's the thing a teacher should say. You're gonna be slain. Oh my goodness. They're playing battle mode in Mario Kart right now. After your balloon is popped, you cannot rejoin the game until you return to your team base and acquire another balloon from your team's allotted stockpile. The objective is to force the enemy team to deplete their balloon supply while protecting your own. Additionally, each team base will have a special flag that can be captured by the enemy team. A successful capture means that the opposing team must pop 10 of the balloons in their stockpile. Whew, there's a lot of rules and explanation for a basic game of Capture the Flag. Is there anything else you would like to know? What do we get for winning? More rapt at attention than in any lecture he could ever hope to give, the class screams out in unison. First off, a team will be counted as losing if all the balloons worn and stored on its side are popped. A losing team must accept a punishment of inhaling helium until their voice becomes squeaky. Oh wow, what a punishment. That's just dastardly. Once that is done, the other team gets the exclusive right of dictating what must be voiced during that duration. Oh, what would the 10-year-olds who all talk like 30-year-olds order a squeaky-voiced rival to say? Something ridiculous, I'm sure. Everyone quivered at the possibility of being forced to endure such a humiliation. They're all 10 years old. What are going to make you stay? Like, I suck farts or something like that? Yet at the same time, there was no denying the tantalizing prospect of reveling in the shame of the defeated. I will now announce the teams. After Mr. Norrell finishes assigning the teams, I quickly survey what we have to work with. On my team, the blue team, were Tristan, Lorona, and Noletta, along with Lemmy and Annabelle. I vote to make... I don't know if it's Ade or Ade. I keep going back and forth. We're gonna go with Ade today. I vote to make Ade our team captain. The moment we assemble, Lorona immediately makes that suggestion. Looking around, I see everyone nodding in approval. So that's what you know, our main character, perfect in every way. Except for bridge building, she sucks at that. At least compared to the twins. Leave it to me. I nod back, emboldened by everyone's unwavering confidence in me. Foremost at my thoughts were how to deal with the red team's aces, Kalia and Erwina. Well, I don't want to be mean, but I think when it comes to Capture the Flag, she's at a distinct disadvantage. One might think our team would be at an advantage against the armless Kalia and unseeing Erwina, but they would be far from correct. Excuse me. Kalia was an unmatched speed demon that could run circles around us without getting caught, with her mobility allowing her to switch between attacking and defending quickly. What is she gonna pop the balloons with? The only thing that gated her was that she needed team support. So she can run as fast as she wants. If she can't pop any of the balloons, she's worthless. She can't capture the flag. Oh my god. Okay. As for Erwina, I was convinced she was a bat or something, because when she got heated up, she moved more like someone who could see an additional dimension rather than nothing. Erwina's physical capabilities were also out of this world, with there being little doubt she could take anyone in a straight one-on-one. Alright, who's gonna be that asshole to square up with a blind girl? That being said, she was the other extreme from Kalia, being unable to maneuver around the battlefield too well with her vision impairment. Though her anti-personnel was peerless, she lacked offensive presence in regards to win conditions like raiding stockpiles and capturing flags, meaning we'd likely find her on base defense. As for our team, oh my god, this is so amazing. As for our team, we had Triss, a slower but more prudent departure from Kalia, whose aggressive nature and quickness made him ideal for blitzing. Wait a minute, Oh, okay, he's just slower than his sister. I get it. I thought they were saying he's slow. Well, I was like, wait a minute. If he's slow, how does he have quickness? Noletta, on the other hand, was cool-headed and resilient, with her sluggish speed making her more suited to holding down the fort. Lastly, Lorona didn't have any noteworthy strengths on her own. But her aptitude for working on a team was difficult to overstate. Yeah. So let's see. We got people who are quick, we got people who are good defenders, and we got Lorona here who's just happy to be around. She always seemed to have a good nose for covering teammates when they got themselves in a pinch, which made her synergize well with risk-takers like Triss or Kalia. After breaking down our strengths and weaknesses, I assemble a strike team of 3 consisting of Lorona, Triss, and me, with Noletta, Annabelle, and Lemmy making up the base defense team. Good. Keep the main character with real characters and keep the side who gives a crap characters defending the base. Everyone knows their role, right? Let's get out there and do some damage. Hashtag do damage. Go Red Sox. Breaking from our huddle with a battle cry, I look over at the red team to see how they are faring. Well, they're doing it in the schoolroom. You didn't want to just make a background of the outdoors? It's literally right there. Just to confirm, the balloons are positioned around everyone's lower back, correct? Oh, that was Erwina said that. That's right. Just give it a nice kick and it should go pop. Yeah, just aim for people's lower backs. Just go right for the kidneys. Just start drop kicking people in the kidney. This is great. A toothy grin could be seen on Kalia's face as she warmed up by kicking the air around what would be someone's eye level. Oh, damn. Never mind. Forget the kidneys. Go right for the eyes. Well, that's something to look forward to. Who's ready to win? Turning back to my team, I stretch my hand into the air to rally them. We are. Morale was already skyrocketing through the roof. Oh, good. They did go outside.